What's up, guys? Welcome back to Zachary Reality. I am your host, Zachary Reality, and we are here with two of my good friends here to celebrate my 10th episode of the podcast. Can I get a what?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What?
I honestly can't even believe that I made it 10 episodes, and I'm so excited that you guys are both here to celebrate, to get to know you guys better, to talk about reality TV, just to kind of make this like a milestone moment. And that's why I invited both of you guys on, because you guys are both good friends of mine. And what I love about both of you guys is that you guys are hustlers in the industry. And we're going to talk to both of you guys about that. You both are hustlers. You both are making your dreams happen. And I think that was kind of the reason why I started this podcast, because I wanted to be proactive and make my dreams come true and be a celebrity interviewer, entertainer, reporter, whatever. So that's kind of why I started this podcast, to take that into my own hands. And both of you guys are doing that in your own careers, which makes this really special. So that's why I feel like I needed you guys here to celebrate episode 10 with me. So
Yes.
let me just introduce you guys. I know everyone's like, they need to speak already. I mean, I've only been talking for like 45 seconds maybe. So it hasn't been that long. So Kelly Gilmore, say what's up, girl. Hey, Kelly.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Diana, what's up? My redhead sister.
Hi, thank you for having me. Congrats on 10 episodes.
Period. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. So Kelly, you, why don't you tell everybody what you're doing? Like, just so everyone can get the backstory. You're in college, but you are like working like a 25-year-old.
Yes, yeah, and I think it's starting to show on my skin. I'm definitely due for some more Botox soon.
Oh my God, you're not even in LA yet and you're already talking about Botox?
Listen, I have 16 units in my forehead because I just was like showing a little bit too much,
Okay.
during like, classes and interactions with people. I show it all on my face. So, 16 units in and out. But yeah, I'm definitely probably due for a refill. I mean, anybody.
What? I literally
listening-
asked you what you did and you're going into Botox.
Well, I do other things other than that. Yeah, so I am a host. I'm an entertainment news host, an entertainment scoop, and then other than that, I've just been working on building up my TikTok platform, which I have to say thank you to you, because you kind of really gave me that push to get started on that app, and just kind of take my passion for entertainment news to that platform. And then other than that, I'm just a college student and just getting by every day.
How did you how are you just so proactive in college? I really think that people listening need to know how proactive you are in college. Like, you really are 2 steps ahead of the game. Where did that come from?
Well, it's called anxiety.
Oh my God, me.
No, I really want to pursue a full-blown career in entertainment news completely down the line and be very successful, in that rank and in that choice in my life. And I'm always, feeling as if you haven't started now, you're too late. You need to constantly be climbing up the ladder. And another thing is, the train's always going to keep moving. So either get on the train and, run with it, or let the train leave you, So
Yeah.
that's just kind of my mindset. And so with that being said, just working hard, doing a lot of research on the internet, like looking into what internships were out there, what they're looking for, what other people in the industry are doing, just to kind of get like an idea for it. And I will say that like what I thought, maybe when I had like first started like grinding and hustling, maybe like my freshman year of college, completely different than what I know now. I mean, there's a lot to learn just by stalking on Instagram. So yeah.
And you're in Florida right now, but you're planning to move to LA once you graduate.
Yes.
Okay. And me and Diana are waiting. We're waiting for you. I already know that once you get here, the 3 of us are going to be out at happy hour, lunch, filming shit, just like doing all of the things. Now, Diana, you are a radio host, I believe,
Yes.
right? But you're kind of like reinventing your career. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I can't get too much into the whole radio thing because of my company, but I started in the radio industry in 2012, so I'm coming in with years of experience, and I always wanted to do on camera. Like, that was always my passion. And now with Instagram and TikTok, like you guys mentioned before, like you can become your own creator. The hosting industry is nothing like it was even 5 years ago. It's evolved so much. They're no longer looking for that Ryan Seacrest buttoned up delivery. Like you could just be you and anyone can be a host. So this year I put the pedal to the metal and I just churn out content once a day on TikTok and Instagram, all about reality TV. So Bravo, The Bachelor. And I just signed with Believe Podcast Network, which cool. I'm so excited about. I have a show called Believe in Bravo Besties. I just put out my first full episode.
Wow.
And
when did you put it out?
It was a lot of fun. I put it out on Monday.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we're celebrating your first podcast episode as well. So can we all take a cheers and a toast? Woo! That is so awesome. I didn't know that you signed with a network. That is amazing. So what did you name the podcast?
So the network's called Believe, and all their podcasts start with Believe in. So it's Believe in Bravo Besties, because that's kind of twofold. So I'm focusing on shows for recaps that are outside of the Housewives, because Believe already has some really great Housewives shows you should check out. But so I'm like, okay, the besties of the Housewives shows. And then I'm like, I'm the kind of person that all my friends come to me for my Bravo opinion. So like, I'm your Bravo bestie. Like,
okay.
So that's what I want you to feel when you're listening. Yeah.
So what shows are you going to talk about on the podcast besides Housewives?
So Summer House is huge. That's one of the ones I really focused on. On the last episode, we got a full recap there. Vanderpump Rules, we just found out that's coming back for season 9. So we're going to be talking about that. $1 Million Listing. I feel like that's a show that like kind of flies under the radar, but I'm so about it. And
New York or LA?
Give it a chance. I love LA, but New York, they just unveiled their first female cast member.
Oh, no way.
If she's anything like Tracy Tudor, she's going to be a powerhouse. So I cannot wait for that. Shaws of Sunset, Southern Charm. So all those good shows.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, then let's just get into these shows like immediately. I want to talk about Vanderpump Rules right off the bat, because we did just get the news that the show is coming back. Now, Diana, we live in LA, and I live really close to the restaurants. So I'm just like, are they auditioning? Do I need to get on the show? Is there a background spot for me? I mean, are you guys both like, guess Kelly, you go first. Are you a huge Vanderpump Rules fan? What were your thoughts when you heard it was coming back?
I am a huge Vanderpump Rules fan, and I was very pleasantly surprised to see that it was coming back. But to be honest, I didn't think that it was gonna, after, everything that we had learned with Stassi and, Jackson and Brittany were moving in a direction where they were having a kid. And then we've got, Sheena with Brock. I just felt like the cast was kind of going into a different direction away from the show. So I am pleasantly surprised to see that it is coming back, but I'm not that surprised to see that not all the cast members are returning. I
feel like the past few months, it's been like a new cast member dropping like flies. And then when they released who was coming back, I'm like, I can't even believe who's left. I mean, I personally wanted to see a Tom spinoff with Tom and Tom in charge. You can have like guest appearances from everybody, and then just kind of have Lisa take a backseat role and then really reinvent the show. That is what I was hoping for, but I don't know what we're going to get. Diana, what are you like expecting this 9th season will be like?
First of all, I just want to say, can you imagine that James Kennedy is the one out of the original cast who lasted? That's wild to me.
Right. Or even Raquel.
Yeah, it's just wild to me. So I think with those newer cast members, because Charlie's still going to be around, we are going to see some new cast members. There will be new drama. I really hope we get to see a lot of Lala and Sheena being parents. I know that Sheena right off the bat is going to be all about that, because her baby's not even a day out the womb and she's already posting on Instagram or like, good for her.
Well, that's
I love how open
Sheena.
she is. Yes, she's very open. She's willing to go there with us. I think Lala will definitely show her side of motherhood, because I think motherhood's made her a lot softer. So it's going to be very interesting to see that dynamic and see Lala the caretaker instead of Lala the instigator. And I say that with love, because I'm a huge Lala fan.
Was a good line. I always thought you were going to say Lala the bitch, because honestly, Lala has been my least favorite on the show for a few years. Really? I actually unfollowed her about 6 months ago, because she really just pissed me off. I just felt like she was so mean. I actually unfollowed her after her and Sheena went at it about 4 or 5 months ago. Do you remember when that all went down?
Yeah, they're not friends anymore.
They're not friends anymore, but now they're filming together. or they're supposed to film together. So I think that they're going to have to make up, right?
I think that, so I saw her on Overserved with Lisa Vanderpump, and the whole source of that beef that she said, she spoke about it. This was before she had Ocean.
Episode.
It's a good one. You should watch
tell
it.
us.
So she was talking about, Lisa was like, how are the other girls who are pregnant? And how about Sheena? And Lala was very adamant, like, oh, I don't talk to her. Like, who is that? And then she said that because she didn't invite Sheena to her gender reveal and Sheena vlogged about it, like, she's like, you made your YouTube channel about my baby. And listen, that, you know what, maybe don't do that for clout, but we're all fans and we all want to know about it. But on the flip side, I mean, I love Lala, but I think that there was some disconnect. I think that Sheena not being invited to the gender reveal took her by surprise, and that's why she reacted like that.
In a global pandemic, when people are cutting the list left and right.
Right.
Kelly, were you team Lala or team Sheena? Like, who are you going to be rooting for this season?
Listen, and I'm sorry, Diana, I haven't been team Lala in a really long time. I'm like one of those people that refers to her as Lauren from Utah. Like,
period. But this is why we have to have everyone on here so we can disagree.
You know, I mean, Sheena, she is herself in her own right. But I think that, you know, she's settled down. So I'm really excited to see maybe that new side of her where she's now settled down. She's not going to be hopping from boy to boy. And don't get me wrong, I love her, but she was a little boy crazy throughout the seasons. But yeah, crazy. I gotta say I'm team in it. Yeah.
Wait, let me tell you guys, I met someone or saw someone this weekend who Sheena dated from The Bachelor in Venice. I think I texted you, Kelly.
Yes.
I saw Robbie
and I told
Hayes.
Diana.
Oh, you did? I saw Robbie Hayes this weekend. He was on The Bachelorette. He was on Vanderpump Rules. He was on Siesta Key. He literally just hopped around every single reality show, whatever show he could get on. Yeah. I love running into reality TV stars. It just makes me so happy because we all are huge reality TV fans. Does anyone here have like a reality TV persona that they ran into recently they want to share?
Okay, so this wasn't recently. I am actually going back to SUR on Saturday though, so I'll keep my eyes peeled. Oh my God! But yes, this was in February of 2020, so it was like fresh before the pandemic, and it was my birthday, and Brett was there, and like Brett, he's a lot cuter in person. Like I went completely goo goo gaga over him. And like my friend called him over because I didn't want to call him over. And he comes over, we get to talking. We're both from Jersey. He actually knows a coworker of mine. So cool. I'm like, oh, can I give you my card? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to shoot you a text later. Never heard from him. I go back like 2 weeks later, and I kid you not, we had almost the same conversation. It was like Dory the fish.
Oh, he doesn't remember.
Like, yeah, like knew who I was, but we had the identical conversation. And he was like, you want to hang out? And I was like, okay. He's like, I get off at 11:30. And I'm like, that's too late for me. I'm like a grandma.
Like, not even for you.
Oh my God. No. Yeah, he's a cutie. I wonder if he's single. Do either of you follow him on Instagram?
I don't, after he didn't text me, which is very petty.
Yeah, that's fair. Kelly, have you ever ran into anyone? I mean, you're in Florida. Are you like near the Siesta Key crew in Florida? Like what part of Florida are you in?
I am in Orlando, but I'm from South Florida. I do not know anybody from Siesta Key, but my boyfriend actually knows a good amount of them because his best friend lives in Sarasota. So we have a mutual connection, but I don't know any of them personally. But yeah, there's not really many people running around Orlando, Florida. I'm sure there's more people running around South Florida, but I'm just here for college right now. So not the most reality TV star flooded place.
That's fair. Once you move here, I promise you'll see someone within the first 2 days. Like, I don't know. I'm running into people all the time. I
saw the morally corrupt Faye Resnick once at the Grove.
Oh my God. What was that?
That was very exciting. So she's a lot, I thought she would be taller for some reason, but she's not very tall. And then she was with her man, and I like went to go take a picture, and I think he saw me. So like I turned around, I did the awkward, like just taking a picture of the scenery.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. So Shaws of Sunset is coming back as well. That hit me by surprise. I love Shaws, but I just literally did not think that was like, until I saw the trailer, I was like, what? The show? What? Because it's just not as popular of a show on Bravo. Right. Are either of you big Shaws of Sunset fans?
I love Shaws.
I've seen it a couple times. I like it, but it never like hooked me. However, though, you know, it is coming back. I'm sure there's a reason for it. So maybe I'll check it out again and see if it can hook me.
Yeah, give it like a fresh shot once the season starts. How long have you been watching Shots, Diana?
Oh my God. So I forgot what season I came in. I think it was Lily's last season, but I went back and caught up on what I missed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm up to date. But what I love about that show is that the friendships run deep. Like it's like Real Housewives of New Jersey loyalty vibes.
Yeah, loyalty.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God, Dolores and Teresa, I literally can't. So were you team MJ or team Reza? I was team MJ.
I was team MJ as well.
Okay.
I think that comment he made at the pool party absolutely crossed the line.
Facts. That is when I turned on Reza too. But I'm going to go into the season with a fresh start. I kind of forgot everything that happened. All I know is that I'm team MJ. And we'll see how the season plays out. The Summer House reunion is actually premiering this week, which I'm looking forward to. Diana, I know you definitely watch Summer House. Kelly, do you watch Summer House?
No, you're bringing up all these shows that I need to like dabble into. But Diana, I know you're huge.
How many Bravo shows do you like? Are you a huge Bravo fan or just like a huge like which
just
Bravo
a dabbler?
Favorite?
You know, the thing is, I'm like huge on Below Deck.
Okay.
But when I watch Bravo, I'm not like the type that like where I'm like, okay, I need to sit down and like binge. Like I'm like, okay, let's put on Bravo. What's on right now?
Okay.
And I might be like at some point in the season here or there. Right now, I'm binging season 10 of Real Houses in New Jersey. So I'm kind of living in the past, but I'm up to date because you can't even avoid it on what's been happening currently in season 11. You
can't.
No. And yeah, Vanderpump was my thing, but I'm excited for it to come back.
Yeah. Diana, give me your 2 cents on this Summer House reunion.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Hannah get called out. So here's the thing with Hannah. When the season started and she was just having that beef with Luke, I thought that was justified because he did lead her on, even though he was telling her the truth the previous season, like, oh, I want to take it slow. I want to take it slow. That's a man's way of being like, I'm just going to ride this train for however long it lasts and not have a label with it. So I think that she, like Hannah got duped into it and was like, oh, he's into me. I can change him. And that's why she acted just wildly at the beginning of the season. So she had me there. It was when she started to fight with Kyle and Amanda at every turn she got, and the fights just didn't make sense. And it was confusing and it was distracting and kind of disrespectful to us as viewers to just start random drama. That's when Hannah lost me. So they're going to address a lot with her this reunion. She's going to be in the hot seat, and I say, bring it. Like, this is the time.
Hannah has definitely become the villain of the show almost.
Yeah, and she's not a very good villain. Like,
yeah. I really like Carl. I like Amanda. I just love a Bravo reunion. So like, honestly, Kelly, even if you don't watch the season, watch the reunion and you'll have the best time.
Okay.
Like,
I think you really like Summer House, Kelly.
Okay, I'm putting this on my list. Do you guys think I would like Shaws of Sunset or Summer House more?
Summer House.
I think you would like Summer House more.
Summer House? Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, like, speaking of that, I ask all of my guests, I'm like, which reality show do you see yourself going on? It doesn't necessarily have to be Bravo. It could be literally anything. Survivor, Big Brother, The Bachelor. Why don't you guys take a second, breathe it in. I know for me, I would like to go on Big Brother. Or I'm actually really obsessed with The Circle recently, so I would like to get on that show too. If you guys have been watching that, we can totally dish.
Yeah.
But Kelly, which reality show is coming to mind? Which one is like more realistic for you, or maybe a fantasy land?
Well, okay. In high school, my senior superlative was most likely to be on The Bachelorette. But I am deep in a relationship now, practically a married woman, so that ship has sailed for me. I'm a huge Selling Sunset girl. Everyone knows that about me. That is my jam. And I would love to go on Selling Sunset. I mean, obviously I would have to get my real estate license if that was what I'd want to pursue. But it just seems like a great time. So I would love to run with those ladies. I would not be disappointed if I was part of that cast.
Well, you can also just like guest star for like an episode and still have that. And you have interviewed a couple of the Selling Sunset people, right? What was that kind of like for you? How do you kind of keep it cool when you're such a fan? Because you do interview some reality stars.
Yes. Yeah. I have recently interviewed Amanda Smith and Maya Vander on the upcoming season of Selling Sunset. I mean, that is my favorite show. So, you know, I was like adrenaline pumping, so excited. But me personally, I don't know what it is. Like once the camera starts rolling, all the nerves that I have, like I'm just so focused on like do a good job doing the interview that like I don't like the nerves go away.
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way too. Even on this podcast right now, and like obviously we're all friends here. It's not as serious because we're not like working for someone. But like once I'm on camera, like I'm just like in a different mode. Diana, what about you? What reality show is realistic, or what is like a fantasy land for you?
So, I mean, fantasy, I would be a Real Housewife, 100%.
Of what franchise, Diana?
Beverly Hills.
Of course. Or Jersey.
Yes. Or Jersey. Yeah, I could be a bi-coastal Real Housewife.
Yeah.
More realistic, I would say either Vanderpump Rules or Dancing with the Stars.
Ooh.
I was a dancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite dancer that you would want your partner to be?
I would say Max, or even though I don't love Julianne Hough, like her brother Derek always wins. So like you want to pair with the winner.
Yeah, I would go with Val.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. What about you, Kelly? Do you watch
Well, and I loved Keo, but I'm a big Selling Sunset girl. So now after everything that happened with Chrishell, I'm like, oh, whatever. Forget it. I'm not dancing with you. Forget it. So
that's fair. Well, now that we're talking about boys, I have a few games lined up for us. And the first one is our reality TV like hottie palette. So I want to kind of get everyone's kind of perspective here on some of the hottest guys that have ever entered our reality TV screens. And I have 5 categories here, and I want everyone to kind of name someone from each category that they're going to put on their reality TV palette. And then we will see which 5 guys that it fits. So for the first category, we have somebody from The Bachelor. We have a house husband. We have a Jersey Shore star. We have a Keeping Up with the Kardashian man, anyone that's dated the Kardashians or been on the show. And then I have miscellaneous, which kind of leads it open to Siesta Key, The Hills, Selling Sunset, literally any type of show. So if you guys want to just start thinking, maybe you have some people that come to mind. I have my list already. I can read it off, or we can kind of go one at a time for each category. What do you guys think?
Let's go one at a time, because I feel like I already forgot the order of the categories.
So the first category is Bachelor. And I also want to say, you cannot say the same person. So you would have to think of someone else, because if I say it at first, okay?
Okay.
So for The Bachelor, for me, hottest Bachelor guy on my palette is Tyler Cameron. Period.
Oh my God. Yeah, of course he made that a rule.
Hey. Okay, we'll switch off the order who can go first each time. But Kelly, what about you? Who are you putting on your palette?
Okay, if I can pick Tyler Cameron, and you know what? I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I'm only going based off looks, because his season was like really tumultuous and
oh my God,
but
are you
not
knocking it?
Pete? I feel like Pete's cute.
What?
Okay, I know. Just pretend you did
cute.
not see his season, that you weren't disappointed by him as a bachelor, but like just glancing at what he looks like.
That's fair. I think he's really hot too. I just think now that we know his personality, it just kind of goes from like a 9 to a 6.
And maybe even a little lower.
I'm trying to be nice. We're trying to round up here. Diana, what about you? Bachelor Nation, who's your hottie?
Wells Adam. That's my man.
Oh my God. Wells?
Yes. Perfect man. He's attractive. He's funny. He's goofy. He's respectable. I love him.
When are him and Sarah getting married? Do you know, or did they get married?
I don't know. They did not get married yet. They keep pushing it off, obviously, because Sarah has some underlying conditions. So they really have to be careful with COVID.
Okay. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Respect. Okay. House husband. Now, I actually have someone on the list, but I think it's only fair that Kelly goes first this time, and then Diana will go first next time, because that's just how that's fair. But I do have someone on my list, so hopefully you don't steal it. Kelly, house husband, hottest house husband, who is going on your Bravo or reality TV palette?
Okay, but it's not a husband.
You can do a child as long as they're like of age.
I think we're like the same age, so it's completely fair.
Yeah.
Frankie Jr.
Of course, period.
Of course.
Nice.
Clapping for you.
Nice choice.
I think we're the same age, so it's not creepy.
I think
it's not
21
weird.
or 22.
No.
Oh, it's not creepy at all. That man is fine with a capital Fine.
Yes.
Period. Wow.
Yeah.
Good one.
Undeniable.
Oh my God. Diana?
Cheers to that.
No, literally. I'm chugging for that.
Jeremy Locke from Dallas.
What? Deandra's husband?
Yeah, I think he's attractive. It's so obvious he's all about her, and that to me is just such an attractive quality. Like,
Mhm.
any man who's nuts about his wife, like chef's kiss.
Wow, I really love your strategy in this, Diana, because I usually just go for the dumb hot guy, which is why I'm putting Mauricio on this list for my house husband. But I think it's cool that we all have different tastes. So the next category
Agreed.
is a Jersey Shore star. And I really wanted to put this on the list. I know that there's not as many options, so you could add anyone that's been on the show, like one of the boyfriends, one of the Chris's, literally anyone. But and this might be hard because there's less options, but I just feel like Jersey Shore is so iconic. It's definitely top 5 reality shows of all time, so it deserves to be on this list. And Diana, I know you're a Jersey Shore fan. You were going first on this one. Where are your thoughts at with this?
Wait, so surprisingly, I'm not a Jersey Shore fan, but I've like worked at the Jersey Shore. So that's like where yeah. That's probably why I didn't watch either, was like these people. I guess I would have to say Pauly D, but not like new looking Pauly D, not like gelled up Guido.
I was gonna
Pauly
say
D.
that hair gel is thick. I don't.
Yeah,
But you know what? When
it
I grew up
hasn't
on
aged well.
Staten Island, and like every guy I had a crush on in the 4th grade had that hairstyle. There was this guy, Nick
blowout.
Fiorentino. I'll never forget it. He had it.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna claim Vinny. I love a stripper. I really want to go to Chippendales. If he ever goes back, I think we should all go together. Vinny has become very hot to me. Growing up watching, I was definitely like a Polly or even a Ron at one point. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that. But right now, these days, Vinny is definitely going on my palate. Kelly, to round it off, where is your head at? I know there's not a lot of options left.
Jeez. All right. Well, you know what? I'm not picking Mike the Situation. That is just not my jam.
Okay.
I would have picked Vinny because, you know, he kind of gives me like Nick Jonas vibes in a way. Does anybody else get that?
Sure.
But I could see that.
I can't. I mean, looks wise, Ron is cute, but he's got a lot of messy situations going on right now in the headlines.
And there's the Chris's. Christina's husband, Chris Angelina's. Danny could count from the Shore Store. Gianni, Roger even counts.
I like Vinny. All right. Mike the Situation. Ew.
Wow. That's gross. He changed his image. He's a nice guy now.
Yeah, but I don't like his look. But I guess I'm picking him. If we're all on an island and you all got first pick,
you have to impregnate. You have to keep the population going. You don't have a choice, Kelly. Our next is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Man, so it could be an ex, someone who's on the show, and I'm actually going first, which is exciting because I wanted to make this one's a lot harder actually, because they have dated some really effed up guys in the past. I'm claiming Brody Jenner right here, right now.
Ooh,
period, exclamation point, hashtag Brody. Kelly, you're up.
Courtney's ex, Eunice. He is hot.
That's fair. And he's international. I think he lives in Italy. You could take some Italian vacation.
There you go.
Eating pasta.
You're strategic, Kelly. And Diana rounded off.
Travis Barker. Oh, Zach knows I love a man with tattoos. Like that is my weakness. Yes.
Oh my God.
Pete Davidson. Like
wow.
Sir
Wait.
Travis
So,
Barker.
what are your thoughts on Travis possibly proposing to Courtney?
I say go for it. Like,
really?
I mean, this is
You're not holding on for
whirlwind.
Courtney?
No, listen, I love Courtney and Scott, but Scott missed the boat. He had like 97 and a half opportunities and he blew every single one of them. And it's the classic tale of when the ex is happy, that's when it's like, oh, maybe I should have done something. So on behalf of all the scorned women out there, I would like to say, I love you, Scott, but you missed your chance. This is Travis's time to shine.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to still hold on for Courtney. But I respect your opinion.
Part of me will always hold out, but I do agree. I just think, you know, so much has happened, so much time has passed. She's always going to be the one that got away. And part of me feels like maybe they were meant to be together, but it just can't be. This is just like one of those things where like maybe in another lifetime you learn your lesson, things go better. But
not this lifetime.
No.
Oh my God. Wow. So to round out the palette, we have 5 fingers. There is a miscellaneous category. This really opens up. I believe Kelly is up, right? Or is it Diana's turn?
Diana, you go because I got to think about it.
Okay, so this could be anywhere from like any reality show.
Yes.
Okay.
Except for the ones we named, I guess.
That makes total sense. So just because he's top of mind right now, I'm gonna say Justin Bobby. From the Hills.
Okay.
I love a grungy man.
That's fair. That's fair. Are you gonna be watching The Hills season 2?
Yes. I loved it.
You're excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mine is like crazy, but like it counts. Mine is Andy Cohen.
Cute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the king.
He counts. I mean, he's the king of reality TV. He's such a zaddy. I can't even believe that this man has never like had a public relationship or been married. He's like 52 now.
I
don't get
likes it that way.
Because he still like hooks up with guys in their 20s.
Yeah, like he has a child now. He was able to do the damn thing on his own, of course. So I think that he is playing the field and he's very happy with it. And good for you, Andy Cohen.
I mean, he's married to his career.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
true. But now every single time you go and watch What Happens Live, I'm going to be watching that little box to see your heart eyes.
He has flirted with me on Watch Happens Live like once, but he has flirted with every single gay guy. If you watch it and you look at the virtual audience, I swear to God, any gay guy, he is flirting with them. So I no longer feel special.
You should hold up like your Instagram like,
I know. I just need to have like a long V-neck shirt because he keeps on flirting with the guys. It's crazy. This is such a weird fantasy, but I've totally pictured Andy Cohen hooking up with Brooks Marks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
During your Watch What Happens Live cameo?
Yeah.
Is that's what's happening?
Yeah, I've totally pictured it. Yeah, it's weird. Kelly, miscellaneous reality star, who is rounding up your hand?
This is really miscellaneous. Do you guys watch Love Island Australia? Has anyone seen that?
I'm sure someone listening has.
Okay. Love Island Australia, season 1, Josh. Adorable. Love him. If you guys ever check it out. Huh?
Can we have a last name? Can we have an Instagram handle?
Yeah, I'm like looking
on one
second. Yeah, you can feel free to look on your phone. This is a podcast. It's laid back.
Yeah,
let's all look him up right now. Everyone listening, let's look this guy up and see if this is fair. What is his Instagram?
Okay. Josh Moss. Moss is his just Josh Moss, Moss.
Okay.
Now
he
is in a relationship from the show.
No, that's totally understandable.
He's one of the show's success stories.
Ooh.
But he's so cute. He's so funny. Comedic, lighthearted.
Okay.
Love him.
I can get behind that. Okay. So why don't we all just kind of name off our choices? So I'll go first. I have Tyler Cameron, Mauricio, Vinny from the Jersey Shore, Brody Jenner, and Andy Cohen. That rounds up my hand. Kelly, what about you?
Who did I say?
You have to remember. Do you want points?
I did Pilot Pete, and then I did. What did we do? What were the categories? Oh God!
You did Frankie Jr.
Did Frankie?
Okay, Pilot Pete.
Jersey Shore.
Jr., Mike the Situation, unfortunately. Josh Moss from Love Island Australia, and Eunice, Kourtney Kardashian's ex. Gorgeous.
Okay. And you, Diana?
My corral of men include Wells Adams, Jeremy Locke. I did Pauly D, Travis Barker, and Justin Bobby. It's a fun bunch.
For anyone listening, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to go into the YouTube comment section and let us know which one of our palettes you would be under. Are you going to be under Diana, Kelly, or me? Which one of the three of us do you have the similar taste to? I feel like taste, like in guys, kind of, it tells a lot about a person.
So right now, this is how weird my brain works. I like immediately pictured all of our tastes in guys as like eyeshadow palettes, and I'm like the dark, grungy, like Urban Decay palette, and like Kelly's the fun one, and Zach's like the earthy, neutral tones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay. I have another like kind of game like that. It's an F, Marry, Kill game. This one will kind of be like a speed round. I want to do like a TikTok round. Do you guys know the TikTokers?
Yes.
No, I'm old.
That's okay. It's just one TikTok round. Okay. I'm going to give Kelly the TikTok round, and then I'm going to give you the house husband. Okay. Because Kelly might not know all the house husbands. So Kelly, F, Marry, Kill, Noah Beck, Bryce Hall, Taylor Holder.
Okay. F, Noah Beck. No, actually it's F, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Marry Noah Beck. F. Taylor Holder. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. Do not apologize.
Just ruthless bang.
Yeah. Is there any reasoning behind this, or is it self-explanatory?
Okay, I think the Noah Beck thing is self-explanatory. I'm kind of indifferent towards Taylor. And then Bryce Hall, it's just been too tumultuous. Watching his relationship with Addison, and I just don't think that me and him would jive. I think him and I are on completely different wavelengths when it comes to like personality and the way that we think. It just wouldn't go down. It just has to go down in the grave for him.
That's fair. Okay, Diana, F, Marry, Kill. We have Bill Aiden, PK, and Coach Shaw.
I'm gonna marry Coach Shaw, that gem of a man.
Well, he might be single soon.
I know, right? Coach Shaw. We love a mindful man. Kill. I think I'm gonna kill PK. I'm sorry, PK, but just the way he spoke about Erica on his first season and looking at her vagina, like that wasn't cool. And then I guess I'll F Bill Aiden. Why not?
Why not?
He's got a great sense of humor.
Sturgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's hilarious. He's really iconic. You're watching season 10 of Jersey, which is last season, Kelly. What are you thinking right now?
And what's funny is right now, I'm sure my opinions are going to do a full 180 once I watch season 11, but
yeah,
I'm not into Jennifer at all.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not.
That's okay.
You know what? I've seen some like clips of the season 10 reunion, and I'm just like mind blown at the stuff she was saying to Melissa. And it's just like, what? And then she played at Melissa at Jackie's beach house, and it's just like, just not vibing with her. Currently, season 10 Kelly is vibing with Jackie, but season 11 Kelly, now that she's learned, not so much. And then Teresa just baffles me. I just don't understand how that I will spend the rest of my life trying to figure out how that woman's brain works.
Yeah, good luck with that. Are you team Jackie or Teresa, Diana? I am very much team Teresa.
I'm team Teresa as well. I think it's almost Jackie taking advantage of like, I don't want to say the dumb because that's really mean, but like Teresa's not at the intelligence level Jackie is, and Jackie's just like trying to snipe her any which way. I think she's trying to take Teresa's role on the show. And it's just, I don't know. It's not a fair fight.
Jackie's getting the seat next to Andy this reunion. If you saw the picture of season 11, Jackie and Teresa are like in the middle, and then Andy was in the middle. So I think Jackie's getting that honcho seat, which is literally crazy to me.
I don't love that.
No, me neither. Jackie really drives me crazy. And I feel like Teresa obviously was so wrong for starting that Evan rumor, but Jackie doubled down and went so low and really came for Gia. And Gia also, you saw that clip that was surfacing around. Gia spoke out about it.
Yeah. I think so, being like, we're both from New York, and like the whole like culture and the loyalty runs deep there. And like, we know you don't go for the children. Yeah. And I understand some people, they're like, well, she started this rumor. It's like, yeah, but Jackie's smart. She knows better than not to bring up Gia and something. Gia's a college student. This could really affect her career. So come on, Jackie knew better. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You didn't watch the episode, did you, Kelly?
I didn't watch the episode, but I am full brought up to speed on this, because you can't avoid it. I mean, you're seeing the headlines, and then you have to dive a little bit forward and see.
Yeah.
I think, what was Teresa doing? I mean, like spreading that rumor around, going to every single person at Evan's party. But then again, I'm constantly baffled by her, so I don't understand why she did that. But for one, I think Jackie shouldn't have made that analogy. I think there's so many other analogies she could have made to prove that point.
She could have came for Joe, like.
Right. Yeah. And I just think that, knowing now the repercussions that it has had for Gia, especially because, I was in a sorority in college, I completely understand,
she
how detrimental.
In a meeting.
I know. Well, what kills me, oh God, my blood gets boiled when I read the comments from like different media pages where people, they don't get it, because I get it, you're not inside Greek life, you don't understand the logistics of how that works and how serious it can be.
Yeah.
But, I just choose to refrain because can't explain it to everybody. But where was I going with my little tangent?
It was just really messed up of Jackie to put that out about Gia.
Oh, that I had wished that, even if, Jackie had to take that blow because she, she took the blow to Gia and she
apparently
jabbed
Gia
it low.
did too.
Yeah, maybe that was a poor choice of words.
Yeah.
But I just wish that the producers would have done more to maybe help out in the situation, even giving a confessional right after of Jackie being like, of course I know that's not true. And I completely said that, just to prove a point. But they just ran with it throughout the rest of the season. And it really just let it burst into flames.
At least Gia is able to go on Watch What Happens Live and kind of share her story. I don't know when the Bravo Kids special is coming out, but I'm really excited about it.
And that's something new, right? They've never done that.
They've never done that before. And they have had some of the kids on. Vicky's daughter on OC has been on some reunions. She's been a huge part of the show, but a lot of these kids who are coming on are actually very young. They're like 19, 20, 21. So they really haven't been old enough to do interviews. So it'll be really interesting to see Gia Giudice speak, Frank Catania speak, Brooks Marks speak, Noelle, Candy's daughter from Atlanta. It's going to be really interesting. And one more question I have for you guys about the Housewives before I move on to another question is, I want to know which Housewives franchise everyone sees themselves on and why, and like what their role would be in one of the most recent seasons. Does anyone want to take it first? Diana, I think you're ready.
Okay, so I definitely would be on Beverly Hills just because I've moved out here. Like I'm establishing roots here in LA. I love it here. I'm obsessed. As far as what role I would play, I think because I'm from the East Coast and we tell it like it is, I would be the one that's really like, you're acting a fool. You're spreading this. Like you need to, like, I just would call the shots and tell everyone how they're acting and just call it like I see it, because that's what I'm good at.
Okay, period.
For me, I have plans to move out to LA, but if you're asking right now what I would be on, I would be bringing back Miami. I know that franchise died, but I would be the one pioneering, bringing it back. And then realistically, I would probably be the one just trying to keep the peace amongst the others, just not to rock the boat too much, but I would definitely be the one to bring it back.
Yeah. I feel like I would probably be on Beverly Hills just because like I can really turn up like the bougie fabulous lifestyle and like live my best life. But obviously Jersey's my favorite, but I also feel like I'd really thrive in New York and just like really be like that bitch. So I really want them to do a gay housewife series on Bravo. And I know it's kind of circulating around. I definitely think they're going to do it one day. They need like 5 or 6 fabulous gay guys, housewife style. Half of them should be married. Half of them should have kids and really do that. So if that pans out for me in my life in 10, 15, 20 years, I'm there.
I would love that for you, babe.
Love it.
Thank you. The next question I have is so Survivor, Big Brother, and The Circle, they're all the same show, but they're different. So Survivor is you're on an island, you're voting people off, you're doing challenges. Big Brother is you're in a house, you're voting people off, you're doing challenges. And The Circle is you're voting people off, you're doing challenges, hidden in your room, simply on social media, possibly could be a catfish. Which one of these 3 is everyone going on? Where are they thriving in? Kelly, why don't you take this first?
I have been watching Big Brother for a long time. My mother is a Big Brother fan. She is full blown in Big Brother fandom. I think I would go on that show. I don't think I would be good at any of the like physical challenges, like anything where you actually have to show like strength or agility, but just having to like make connections with other people in the house, play a smart game. I think I would love to try and put my hand in that.
Okay. Diana?
I'm going on The Circle because first of all, I could not live without like my curling iron hair straightener. So Survivor's out. Like Kelly said, physical challenges, not really my thing, but we know I can create good content. So I would be all about that bio and like trying to connect with people.
What would your bio be? Are you going to be a catfish or are you going to be Diana?
No, I would probably be me just because I'm like, I shine the way I am. But
Diana.
Exactly. It'd probably be like fun size bottled redhead, Staten Island raised, New Jersey made, LA living.
Cool. Are you watching?
Love it.
Are you watching this season, Diana?
I am.
I didn't watch today's episodes yet.
Me either. I gotta watch tonight.
But who's your favorite right now this season?
I love Chloe. Okay, so here's the thing. So I watched her on Too Hot to Handle, and when she came on The Circle, I'm like, oh my God, she's doing it for clout. And then like I realized that because she's gorgeous, but she's not like the typical like hot girl, no personality, whatever. She's like me. Like we're both freaking weirdos and we embrace that. And I love that. I love Courtney too. Every time Courtney comes on, I think as told by Ginger, I'm like, it's Courtney. Like for anyone who's ever watched that. Yeah. Courtney's a ray of sunshine.
I like him too. I'm rooting for Trevor actually. That's my favorite.
Trevor's good.
I have no idea who's going to win, and I'm really invested in this season because there are no spoilers. Usually when I watch The Bachelor, I'm spoiled after 1 week. So I'm just like so excited about this. But out of the 3 shows, I guess I'm gonna say Survivor, even though I would probably do both better on Circle or Big Brother. But I have been an OG Survivor fan since I was 6 years old. Like my Survivor route runs deeper than any other reality show in the entire world. It's the show that kept my family together. It's the show that I have made like fan edits about before anything else. It's just like truly my first love of reality TV, and I would definitely want to be on Survivor. I think I would be very dramatic. I'd be very cold and hungry, but you know, my confessionals would just kill.
Can you bring me back a Survivor buff?
Yes.
That's all I wanted ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, I will. Are you watching The Circle, Kelly?
I am, and I'm personally voting for Courtney just because I'm a fan of him from Holly Scoop.
Okay.
So to like see him come and like be from Holly Scoop to then on my TV screen, it's like crossover episode of my life. I love it. So yeah.
I think we're all definitely rooting for Courtney as a fellow entertainment host. I'm totally rooting for him too.
Yes.
And I actually do think he could win this, or River could win. Yes. But something about Trevor is just like so intriguing to me because she is playing it so well.
She's so good, and she's got that New York like hustling energy, and she's doing it. The one thing I will say about Delisa, who is Trevor, is that she has to be careful because sometimes her responses are definitely like, no male would ever say that. I don't care if you're the sweetest girl on earth.
But I feel like she is playing up the dad card, which is like why Trevor is so soft and sensitive. I mean, I don't know. I do think Courtney or River might win, but I just like love Trevor.
No, yeah. So Trevor / Delisa is very, very warm, very likable. Kind of reminds me of the Seaburn Rebecca vibes from last season.
Okay, I didn't watch last season, but I'm sure everyone listening. I'm not going to be honest. I like to watch what's current. I like to never go back. Meanwhile,
I'm like, oh wow, season 10 of New Jersey. Like, let's get into this. And then I'm like tunnel vision with all the headlines. It's so hard. I feel like literally like I'm trying to like just keep my tunnel vision, and then it's like headline after headline. I'm like, okay, let me just skip ahead.
So I want to start wrapping up a little bit, and I know you guys prepared a question or two for me. This is my 10th episode ever on my podcast. So I want to kind of celebrate this. I want to get put in the hot seat. I have 2 of my friends here who've known me for a few months now. So you guys, I feel like you know what to ask. I do not know these questions. You guys, I don't know if you guys talked or not. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be fun for the podcast to kind of put me in the hot seat. So Diana, you're giddying, you're smiling. What are you going to say, Diana?
So you know the Real Housewives All Stars is currently filming now.
Yeah.
So to remind our listeners, the cast we currently have out there: Melissa Gorga, Teresa Giudice, Ramona Singer, Luann de Lesseps, Kenya Morris, Cynthia Bailey, and Kyle Richards. Which of those housewives do you think is not an all-star and does not deserve to be on the show?
Ooh, damn. I'm going to go with Cynthia Bailey. I get she's done her 10-year, but I just don't think she has done anything to be an all-star. I think that there's a lot of people that can go in front of her, specifically from Atlanta. I feel like there's a lot of people that can go in front of her. I think that they only wanted to cast current housewives, but then I'm like, then go with Kandi.
Kandi would be my
maybe Kandi couldn't have done it. I definitely think Kenya is an all-star. She's the villain. But I would say Cynthia Bailey. That's my answer.
All right. And then we have another F, Marry, Kill. This is a kind of a Vanderpump Rules edition.
Okay.
We have James Kennedy, Jax Taylor, and Ken Todd.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, well, I'm gonna marry Ken Todd because he is on his last leg, and I want to inherit Villarosa. Jax or James?
Jax and James, yeah.
I'm gonna F Jax. I like a thicker guy.
Okay.
So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So Jax is like a little bit of thick. And then I would definitely
Jax a little thick in the head, but I get what you're saying.
It's just an F. It's just an F. It's not like it's something else. And then we don't have to talk. And then definitely kill James.
All right. I'm satisfied with these choices.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Kelly.
Okay. And then keeping it in the F, Marry, Kill category, since I've been sticking with all my chatter about Real Houses of New Jersey,
Mhm.
I'm going to let you have the whole pool to choose from of the husbands of Real Houses of New Jersey.
Okay.
But
my
you've
favorite
got to F,
franchise.
Marry, Kill any of them.
So I could just pick 3 out of the 6.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm making it easy by giving you a big.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. We're gonna marry Bill Aiden. He's the richest. He has the biggest house. I want to move into that house. I would love to be Jennifer's, sister wife. I think that'd be fun. So we're gonna marry Bill Aiden. We're going to F Joe Gorga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're doing house husbands. Otherwise, I would say Frankie Jr.
Right.
Not Frankie Sr. Definitely Joe Gorga. He has a lot of practice. He has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
He's experienced.
He can definitely teach me a few things, bend me over in ways that I am not capable of. You know how he speaks on the show.
Podcast is not TV, you
I
guys.
said this was
most
juicy. I
action
said
I've gotten
juicy.
in
I
months.
told you I'm down to get juicy. And then I would kill who's left? I wouldn't kill Frank. I wouldn't kill Joe Benigno. Who's the other? Oh, Teresa doesn't have a husband. So I guess I'm killing
Joe
Evan
Giudice.
Well, why don't you kill Joe?
I'm gonna kill Evan Goldschneider as a personal attack against Jackie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. I think I finished my wine glass, but I'm still gonna just drink the last sip for that.
Same.
And then my last question for you. Hang on, let me get on my little list.
Okay. Feel free to go personal.
Okay, well, if you were to be the bachelor, first gay bachelor, what would your first impression be?
Like of me?
Yes, Diana, you help me pick this question.
So like when you get out of the limo and you have to really, or no, not if you were the bachelor. So if you were on the season of the first gay bachelor and you had to
Gosh,
impress
Diana, when
bachelor.
you told me that, okay, I called Diana and I was like, help me out, let's do stuff. I was so confused what you meant by that. That's why I was thinking, I was like,
it was probably the way I worded it because my brain.
Like my limo entrance.
I'm
yes,
like, okay,
exactly.
I'll trust Diana. Yes. So what would be your entrance if you had to make an appearance and win over a gay bachelor?
I would show up with a crown. I would show up with a wand. I would show up with a sash that says bad bitch. And I would show up in a tuxedo with 10-inch heels.
Oh, that's
of course.
So cute.
And like fireworks.
Duh.
Yeah, that's it.
That.
Just like as extra as possible.
Love it.
I had no idea where you guys were going to go with this. Like, I feel like I literally gave you guys permission to go anywhere.
Well, that's why I was like, I called Diana. I'm like, what do you think he means by juicy question? Like, I'm like, that is so broad. But yeah, I was a little confused when you were like, yeah, first impression is the bachelor. I'm like, okay, clearly she thinks he's going to give a good answer. I'll go with that. But,
okay. Yeah, well, I feel like I gave good answers. I want to have you guys back on my podcast, maybe for my 20th or 30th or 50th. And I think we need to go so deep and juicy on all 3 of us and just like spill tea. And just go for the jugular.
Yes. And you guys, I gotta have you on my podcast too. We gotta do this again.
Yes.
Let's do it. So before we wrap up, let's tell everyone where they can follow you guys, what you're up to, and what I guess they can look forward to if they're following you. Kelly, what about you?
Well, you guys can always find me hosting at Entertainment Scoop's Instagram page, and then as well on my personal Instagram at Kelly_Gilmore. And you can find me on TikTok giving little snippets of the hottest headlines at It's Kelly Gilmore. And other than that, that's pretty much where you can catch me.
Okay, Queen. Everyone give her a follow. Diana, what about you? You just started a podcast.
Yes. So please download, subscribe, all that jazz. Believe in Bravo Besties. Believe is spelled BLEAV. It's not on Apple yet. It takes a couple of weeks to get there, but right now I'm on Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music. So download that. And then you can find me creating content on @Diana Gebbia, GEBBIA on Instagram and TikTok.
Perfect. I'll have both of your links down below in my section so everyone can find you guys. Thank you for being here, guys. We did it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. All right, guys. That was my 10th episode special. I thought that was so much fun because we had all those fun reality TV palette games and stuff. which was such a fun time to like kind of mix things up and make it less of like an interview and more of like such a mutual conversation between the three of us. I think all of my podcasts are a lot more of like conversation based than like hard hitting interviews, but it was just a different dynamic with three people on today. So that is so exciting. Also, guys, this week, my sugar daddy video came out on my YouTube channel. If you guys have been following me on TikTok, you know all about the sugar daddy scandal. I'm sure a lot of you guys even watched the YouTube video, but I do want to remind you guys before we hang up to check out that YouTube video, the sugar daddy wedding scandal, to see my fake wedding and to see me hit my 100K on TikTok, which has been so much fun. And this week, obviously, I'm celebrating my 10th episode of my podcast. So there's so many milestones right now, and I'm just so grateful that I am growing an audience and that I am making creative, iconic content, and that you guys are all along for the ride with me. I stay so connected to so many of you, and I want to continue that. I have so much fun content planned, a couple new really exciting guests coming up on the podcast. So make sure you guys give us a subscription, Zachary Reality, everywhere you guys know. And as always, have a nice weekend. Bye.